Hey, what's up? Back with another episode of this manga talks sort of series. This is the third episode I've recorded. I'm actually really enjoying this. I think it's a good break for me in the videos that I put out where I do need to put a lot of effort into making notes. So to me, it feels like kind of just a podcast thing or a rest thing that I can just spew whatever I want to talk about. And I've just put out random books, just literally from my shelves, just random ones out. Some random, some also related to the stuff that I've been buying as well. So the first thing I'll do, I will show off this Garo wooden Mortared Kingdom later. But I put out the collected edition that I have for Taiyo Matsumoto's number 5. I think one of my favorite Taiyo Matsumoto works. The reason why was because I recently bought the first volume of his work, Tokyo These Days, in English. So I believe it was published by Viz. I don't have it yet because my friend is just holding it for me. But I did want to bring it up because at this moment, kind of as an update, I'm not sure if I've really talked about my journey with Matsumoto Taiyo, but fucking love his works. I am not well versed though. So everything that I've read, number 1 is number 5. The next work that I did read, I think I forgot which one was first, but Cats of the Louvre, love that as well. It was so amazingly like magical. And the most recent one that I read was actually Blue Spring. So Blue Spring, I believe was one of his very earlier stuff. I know Seb at Nox Archive, sorry, not Archive, Nox, yes, Nox Archive, Nox Manga. Sorry, my bad. I've been off Instagram for quite a while now. But he loves his Matsumoto, and he's told me about like his favorite being Blue Spring, I believe. So I've got to let him know that I did read that. But Blue Spring, I'm going to be honest, was not my thing. I can really see the roots of Matsumoto and how he sort of developed from that point on. So I love it for it being sort of a milestone manga and a really I would say important one to read if you really do love Matsumoto, seeing how he grew from that. But it is not my favorite. I think my favorite would be number 5, although I did read number 5 a couple of years ago. But yeah, this collected edition, 4 volumes. I'm not sure how many volumes there are in the English version, but this is a insane manga. I don't even know how to really describe it fully. It's also been a while as well, and it's very non-linear too, so I've forgotten a lot of details. But yeah, another thing as well that in terms of my Matsumoto journey was actually I have experienced ping pong, but I think probably in the worst way possible. So the only thing, I've never read the manga of ping pong, I've never watched the anime of ping pong. The only thing I've seen is the live action version of ping pong, which the reason why was back in high school, my Japanese teacher loved to show stuff that wasn't, the usual Ghibli and anime sort of things. He showed us like this live action movie called Water Boys about these kids just swimming, like in a swimming team, something like that. Water Boys. He showed ping pong, the live action, not the anime, the live action, and I honestly hated it. I don't know what it is with Japanese live action movies. Most of the time I do not like them at all. I am kind of confused by how often they come out and the target market for it. The only live action I've really enjoyed was I'm a Hero, based on the zombie manga by Kengo Hanazawa, I believe. I really loved I'm a Hero, the manga, and I enjoyed a lot the movie actually. It doesn't, because it's such a long manga series, it doesn't it finishes in a way that kind of makes sense, where it's kind of like halfway. But yeah, I've heard also Gintama. I've seen a lot of Gintama live action clips. Really funny, but it does make sense for Gintama because it's such a wacky thing anyways. And the only other live action I've enjoyed was probably the Golden Kamuy live action, which I have actually never read Golden Kamuy or watched the anime, so that was my first introduction to it, and I watched it with a friend. super funny. It really got me hooked. So in the future, I will eventually touch upon the manga of Golden Kamuy. But yeah, everything else in terms of live action, I really don't understand what the appeal of it is, especially with those that require a lot of like CGI, like JoJo or Parasite. I think there was a Death Note one as well. It just looks really janky and corny that there's no immersion at all, which I guess should be the goal of those types of movies, but nope, they've never really worked with me. But yeah, I've never really watched a live action that was, you know, not based on like a shonen or seinen work. I haven't really watched any like romance, slice of life ones, so I can't say what my opinion is for those because I could love it, but in general, yeah, live actions, the really popular ones are always based on those popular shonen seinen series anyways, so at least for those, not my thing at all. But yeah, Matsumoto Taiyo, I do want to pick up, like, I think there's a collector's edition of Cats of the Louvre in Japanese, but those are expensive as well. And these books too are very heavy. Each book has very, like, the stock of the paper and the actual cover feels really heavy. It's not hardcover, softcover, but still, just holding these four together, they feel like a brick. But it's very nice because it shows like he's getting the treatment that's deserved, and I think Viz is really investing into Matsumoto Taiyo. They put out, I think from what I've seen in the manga community, they've been putting out a lot of like works from Matsumoto, like Tekkon Concrete and other stuff. Number 5, I don't know how recent number 5 came out in English, but really happy that it's a mangaka that really deserves the attention and the care when it comes to putting out works, especially in English as well. So I'm pretty happy, but I can't wait to get into Tokyo these days. I believe there's only 3 or 4 volumes, so it makes it easier for me to collect, but I'm going to go through it slowly once I do pick up that from my friends. So let me just put these away first. So the next book that I want to show off was this one here. So this is the Avant Garde Masterpiece collection by Gendai Comics. I showed off in a very early video on my channel, just going through everything, and I wanted to pull it back up because I haven't touched it for a while as well. This is one of my Bibles, to be honest, because there's just so many cool mangaka and authors in here. Illustrators in here that over time I've come to learn more and more about, and still I've probably forgotten a couple of their names too, but I'll just be flicking through these because yeah, just over my journey with learning more about alternative manga and comics, you really do get a feel of everything, especially in this book as well. Like, I can recognize a lot of the names. Akasegawa Genpei as Ryuzan Aki as well. We've got Saeki, which I can't really show too much. Nakamura Hiroshi, Hayashi Seiichi, some amazing stuff. I highly recommend getting this, but I got this from Japan Book Hunter a while ago. It is quite a rare one because I feel like it's the most sought after out of the Gendai comic series. They do like pre-war manga collections, they do mangaka specific collections on like Tsuge Yoshiharu, they've done Shirato Sanpei, a lot of mangaka. This is Yosuke Inoue, but yeah, it's one that I don't see pop up too often, which is unfortunate. And to be honest, I don't really love the cover of this. It's very bland. I'm not too sure why they went ahead with this, because it's the same cover for all of them, by the way. This is the second series, but it's very similar, where it's just the name of it, of the collection, and the same spiral, not spiral, circular shapes pretty much. It's just not my thing. I don't know, especially for a collection this crazy looking inside. It's like kind of deserves a cooler cover, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really bother me too much. It's just a little thing because I appreciate the contents of this so much. I'll have to be careful with this Saiki page because, of course, Psyche is another thing that's I kind of wanted to talk about because I still haven't got any books other than Red Book, to be honest, and it's mainly because it's so expensive and it's so rare. This Sasaki Maki, by the way. Oh, another good topic, Sasaki Maki. Ding Dong Circus got a reprint by Breakdown Press, and I immediately scooped that up. It was in the morning. I woke up, got on Instagram, and I saw Breakdown Press announcing the Hanawa Kazuichi Moonlight Edition, which I'm also hyped about as well, and a reprint of the Ding Dong Circus book, which I immediately went on to their website, pre-ordered both. So Moonlight and Ding Dong Circus, don't know when they'll arrive, but I'm so excited for them because Ding Dong Circus especially has been one of my bucket list books to get, and I'm glad that I didn't go out of my way to try and find secondhand ones that were overpriced, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's super lucky on my end at least that I didn't commit to it fully. And I guess it's another perk of just having too many books in the first place. I'm not seeking out books as much. When they pop up, when a good one pops up, I will definitely pick them up. But when if there isn't and I'm not too passionate about it, I'll wait. I can wait. I've got enough books to go through anyway, so it's like it's totally fine for me. But yeah, really hyped for that. And of course we've got the other Hanawa book, the early collection one by Mansion Press, which I didn't actually pre-order because I was trying not to spend too much, so I'll just get it when it comes out. I really hope that, I mean, I think it was fine. Hopefully it should be fine, but you know, with Maruo, Beautiful Monster, I couldn't get it due to adult content laws here in Australia. I really hope that Hanawa gets through, because Hanawa isn't, like, compared to the stuff that's in Beautiful Monster, I don't think Hanawa's stuff is too bad from what I've seen. So I really hope so, because I'm gonna be so fucking sad if I can't get Hanawa. 2 Hanawa books too. So yeah, this is Hayashi Seiichi. It's like it's not Red Rock, what's it called? Makaka Rock. Maybe it is Red Rock. I forgot what that means, but Hayashi Seiichi, haven't touched in a while as well. I haven't touched a lot of things in a while, so it's a really good refresher for me with everything here. Got some Taranori Yoko, maybe? Oh god, gotta censor that stuff. But yeah, it's I really remember recording the video for this back then, and that was like an 1.5-hour video. I was so happy. I remember so happy getting this book that, man, spending that time just recording it just flew by. And it is one of the most viewed videos on this channel, actually. I think got over 1K, so I guess people did like it. Oh god, I'm trying not to damage this too much, but yeah, I guess people did like the video or the book, so it has been viewed a lot on the channel. But yeah, so just a little refresher on that too. And in terms of the channel as well, in terms of, like, I did talk about it in the previous episode, but going forward it may be more of these types of videos, so I apologize if you don't enjoy them, or if you prefer like the spotlights and the manga magazine series. It's just at this point in time, it's the option for content that is the most viable for me if I do want to continue making content, because the other option is just so much effort. If I stuck with that, it'd be like an episode a month or something, which I personally don't want it to be, because I still do really want to talk about manga. It's just I don't want it to be big gaps in between, like, content coming out, because yeah, like at the start, this is, by the way, the Garo Bible, the Wooden Mortared Kingdom 20th memorial issue, capturing and including a short story from every single mangaka that released during the years of the starting years, so 1964 to 1984, I believe. So yeah, I'll just kind of be flicking through this as I talk as well, but it's been maybe a year and a bit, I would say a year and a half, since I've made this channel. I mean, I was on Instagram for way longer before that, posting like a post a day pretty much on the books that I had, which shout out to you if you were there back then. I used to have those like white border panels as well. The reason why I had those was because I don't really have a good space where I can take aesthetic looking photos. The ones I do now that aren't as frequent, I just take it on my bed. But because I had so many things that I wanted to show off with that new account, that was the easiest way, and I wasn't really too bothered by making an aesthetic looking feed. Now it's, yeah, because I'm not posting as much, I do try to make it look better, but back then did not really care. I just wanted to talk and show off different books. But yeah, it's since this YouTube channel has been in existence, it's really has got me to read a lot more manga. I was reading a lot of manga before, but the drive to just read and then show off something really cool really pushed me on. At the moment, I would say that I'm not reading as much anymore. So doing these videos, at least, where even though I'm not reading, I'm just flicking through, it kind of revives that passion a lot more in me. So in the future, I have more energy to do so. But yeah, it's just been great. It's kind of crazy that I released at least a video a week, sometimes 2 videos a week. I was very into just especially during the start of the channel, just very into showing off cool stuff, because I would say mindsets going into this channel was because I wanted to create videos that I would enjoy myself, that I would have wanted to have seen on YouTube, and especially in the English speaking side of YouTube and alt manga and comics. It's not as popular, it's hard to find. I mean, like, my main inspiration for this was the Japan Book Hunter channel back in 2022 or even earlier. Just the sort of manga hauls and the spotlights Sean would do was my favorite content ever. There was no one else that was really showcasing that sort of stuff, so I really took that as inspiration and thought, you know, what would, if I was a viewer and I was really starved for alt manga content, what would I want to see? And that has kind of pushed what the content has been on this channel. So showing off all this cool alt comic stuff, different rare books, it's just my favorite thing when it comes to reading. So yeah, I'm pretty pretty happy that I've still been able to continue this, and very grateful to you guys for watching. It's something that, like, I do not give a shit about the views, to be honest. It's like, it's never been a thing. So I'm just happy talking about manga and sometimes comics and sometimes anime, but mainly manga. And it's great as well in terms of the Instagram community. There's just been so many cool posts and many cool people that I've talked to, teaching me about stuff and also recommending stuff as well. So yeah, it's been a great couple of years being in the community. The YouTube community I'm not too familiar with, to be honest, because normally my main interactions are on the Instagram community. It makes sense because, you know, it's on my phone, just can scroll through posts anytime, I can save posts. YouTube, you know, you gotta sit down and listen to, which I enjoy, but you know, I can't do that while I'm out, you know, on the train or something. So it's always easier through the phone, and I can message people directly too, so that's always great. But yeah, YouTube community, feel free to recommend me different creators, because I am not well versed at all in the creators that we have here. It's especially as well, like, you know, coming from Australia, I don't really know any other. It's very few Australian people in the manga community that I know, and it kind of makes sense. I mean, Australia's only 25 million people. It's tiny. The options that we have for alt manga in general are pretty limited. So a lot of you guys out there, you know, are from the States. And it makes sense. Everything is kind of from the States. But yeah, in Australia wise, not much. So that's why I was really grateful for Scamp, the Sydney Comics Arts Festival that we had it was my first taste of having that like local marketplace, local comic shop feel to it. So yeah, I really hope more stuff like that pops up in the future. I did mention in the previous episode, Cockatoo Comics is opening their own physical store. Super happy about. We'll update you guys on how it was, but yeah, hyped for that as well. This Garo Bible I haven't touched at all because I still do want to continue reading my singular issues before I hop into this, and a lot of them I have kind of seen before, and a lot of the manga I do know just from reading Garo and their tankobon in general, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, 1,000 pages of just content, Garo specific stuff, which is amazing. And the variety, this is the most varied. I mean, you've got Ultraman in here. It's crazy. I don't know who this is, but I believe this was something to do with like Ultraman if he was like lazy, if he, you know, didn't really want to be a hero, that sort of thing. And I don't know, I believe this is like indexed by date. So we had, you know, Shirato Sanpai at the start. I believe this just goes from chronological order into the 80s. I mean, this is what was their name? Mitsuhazu Kotaro? I did show off the tankobon. Still haven't read that yet, of course. It's gonna be a recurring thing, not having read through all of the books that I've shown on the channel. So I apologize. Oh, come on, also local train afternoon. Have also made a singular video on that as well. So that was cool. So yeah, I don't know. In terms of like news that I've been seeing, I think the main one for me has been the Breakdown Press reprints, definitely. Let me think if there's been any other big reveals or big news, to be honest. Because I still do go on Instagram. I still do message people. It's just a bit less right now when it's busy. When I'm not busy, definitely I'm there a lot more. But as of right now, I don't think I've been seeing too much, to be honest. So I guess what I will talk about next is, let me just put this away first. It's such a big book, and every time I open this I gotta wash my hands because, you know, it's an old ass book that we have. So just okay. And I think the next thing I'll talk about is just, I'll pull out Ichiba book because I still do frequently flip through these Ichiba books, but I just haven't shown them off on the channel in a while, so I do want to show off that. This is Romance Mure, I believe. Really big book here. I might have to show it horizontally, to be honest, and maybe censor some things. But man, if these were posters, I would be so stoked because the color. I love the color on this. It's not like a bright green, maybe like a mossy green, even a tinge of yellow there, to be honest. But man, I do love that there's still Ichiba content coming out, although not directly from Ichiba. The most recent thing has been the Red Beach poster by LDC, but in terms of books by him directly, nothing yet. Hopefully there'll be something, because I always do my best to find them. But yeah, even now, I've always been trying to find the older stuff, self-published works that Ichiba has released. Have not found anything at all. And it's not like I've given up on them. It's just I don't expect them to pop up anymore. If they pop up, they pop up, and I'll do my best to get them. But if they don't, well, that's just how it is. They were so limited in number anyway, so that kind of does make sense. But yeah, I love this book. It is a very big book though, and kind of thin, so I do have to find, I have it like precariously put on my bookshelf, trying not to damage it too much. But yeah, Ichiba, my love for Ichiba is still going strong, still my favorite artist of all time. It's my origins when it comes to just diving into this world of Ero, Guro, Heta, Uma, alt, comics, arts, manga, that sort of thing. It's just so fundamental and monumental to me. So I kind of just wanted to briefly put that out as well. And another book that I'll show from Ichiba. This one I really love. Coulours, or Color by Ichiba, printed by United Dead Artists. The reason why I love this one is, well, it's in its name. Full color art book, which is just amazing. It's a good mix between his sort of Heta Uma style and also the really pretty style that he has when it comes to drawing those female characters amidst all the horrors that you see outside. He's still putting out illustrations on his socials, so I really hope I can see that there's enough content for another art book, but we'll see when that releases. I mean, the past one, Deba, was self-published. I wonder if he will put out like a what's it called, like an art book with with a barcode, an art book that is published by an actual publisher rather than being self-published, because this one is published by a publisher, United Dead Artists, and that was released on the side too, so we'll see how it goes. Also love this red is just his strongest color, to be honest. Red, there's so many cool artworks that he has that are red. This artwork, I believe, was also in, what's it called, Hollow Press, I believe, released maybe something similar to this. I don't think this was this exactly, but it had a similar print where it was like rainbow in the background, so that was really cool. This is the back page of Bara Medicine, the silkscreen book put out by LDC in red. The silkscreen book has everything the same, but just in orange as well. So yeah, absolutely love Ichiba. Always come back to his stuff, but I kind of just wanted to end it off with that because I haven't shown off Ichiba in a while, and these sort of episodes really give me the opportunity to do that because I can revisit old stuff that I put out, revisit for myself and revisit also for you as the viewers as well. But yeah, so that was all the time that I had for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.